pursuing a Master of Science in International Nuclear and Radiation Safety at the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, focusing on assessment of radon gas in underground water in parts of Tanzania. Through his academic and professional journey, he has specialized in nuclear safety, radiation protection, radiation source control, occupational exposure monitoring, regulatory compliance, and environmental radioactivity assessment. His research interests include radon studies, environmental radioactivity, radiation dose assessment, radiological safety, and public radiation protection. He has been working with Tanzania Atomic Energy Commission since 2018 and has over 7 years of experience in radiation protection and application of nuclear techniques for the analysis of environmental samples using X-RF and gamma spec techniques. He is the founder and the current president of Tanzania Young Generation in Nuclear, where he actively promotes youth and early career professions participation in the peaceful application of nuclear science and technology. At the international level, he is the member of International Youth Advisory Council of the Director General of the State Atomic Energy Corporation, Rosatom, Russia, Impact Team 2050 of Rosatom. He's also a board member of International Youth Nuclear Congress. His passion include public awareness, youth empowerment, research, and enhancing radiation protection for people and environment. Dear ladies and gentlemen, it is my greater pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Alois Kinemelo, on board. However, due to some, okay, thank you, he's there. Alois Kinemelo, please welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Nafikiri mnanisikia moderator. Nasikika vizuri?
Sorry, not clearly.
Hivi mnanisikia?
Yeah.
Asante sana. Basi jamani, nashukuru sana kwa wasaa huu. Nipende kabisa kuwakaribisha kwenye first webinar of TYGN. Kama alivyoelezea hapo awali moderator, kwa majina naitwa Alois Paulo Kinemelo. Nishukuru fursa hii tena kuwakaribisha zaidi kwenye webinar hii ya kwanza. Labda niweze kusema kwamba TYGN ni nini? TYGN kwanza ni ifahamike kwamba ni jukwaa ambalo linatuunganisha sisi kama vijana kupitia sayansi na teknolojia ya nyuklia. Hivyo kwa mantiki hiyo tumeona ni vema sana siku ya leo tuweze kupata wasaa wa kuweza kuzungumza pamoja kama vijana, ili kwa pamoja tuweze angalia namna ambayo tukaenda pamoja kwa lengo kubwa la kuweza kujifunza kwa pamoja, lakini pia kwa lengo kubwa la kuweza kutuunganisha pamoja tuwe na malengo ambayo yote yanafanana, lakini bila kwamba ili kuhakikisha kwamba kwa kila mmoja wetu anaweza kuwa anaweza kuchangia katika hii milikada ya nyuklia, basi michango yake pia iweze kufika kwa kadri itakavyowezekana. Kwa hiyo nichukue fursa hii tena kuwakaribisha zaidi na zaidi. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. Okay. Maybe we can ask ourselves why TYGN? This maybe it's one of the questions that everyone maybe he or she is asking. That's it. what I can start, I can say nuclear technology is not only about a nuclear power plant. As you know, most of people, when they hear about a nuclear technology, first of the things they start thinking about maybe nuclear power plant, or it's only about the production of electricity. But this one is not only about that. Yeah, nuclear technology is all about supporting many various sectors. It can support through the healthcare, also can support through the agriculture, as well as water management and environmental protection, and a lot of stuff. So you can feel like this kind of nuclear technology, it can, cross-cut to every sectors. It's not about only in nuclear power generation, as some of people or most of the people maybe when they hear about the nuclear technology, they just end up by thinking, okay, it's all about nuclear power generation. So you see it is also used in many various sectors. So, and it will need some people who are working from those sectors. So what I can say is like this webinar is very important because we believe that clear information can reduce and misinformation. Also, we believe like when there is a responsible communications, also can build public trust. So we are the one that we can deliver this kind of clear information to the public. So to ensure that the public can get the clear informations, and at the end of the day, the public can build the trust saying about the nuclear technology. Also, we believe like this kind of youth engagement, when we are engaging, this one it is gonna turn the interest into learning as a service and career. How? It's because before you start having the interest of doing something, you should learn, you should understand the things. So we believe through this, it will create some people's, or even our brothers, the young brothers from secondary, primary, when they hear about, okay, there is an opportunity in nuclear technologies. So from that, they can start now thinking about, oh, there is such kind of nuclear technology, also there is opportunity over there. So they will start by creating the interest on that field. So we believe through this chapter of TYGN, also we are going to make people from down there coming up by creating the interest, even for us, also to create the interest, but by thinking that with this kind of new technology, it is part of our life. Also, it is a place where it's having a lot of opportunities, and that at the end of the day, maybe we can use those kind of opportunities. Next slide. Well, so what is now is the webinar roadmap. What I can say, our discussion for today maybe will follow only for 4 areas. First, maybe we'll start like looking at the foundations and the public benefit of nuclear science that we'll start with. Then the second, we're gonna start by introducing the TYGN. What is TYGN? Maybe most of us, or maybe some they already know about TYGN, but some they don't know much about TYGN. So this is one of the reasons why we organize this kind of meeting. Also, we are going to include in the vision, also mission, objectives, as well as the reason for establishment of this chapter. We should know this, why we're establishing this kind of chapter. Also, the third thing we are going to discuss about the TYGN progress, as well as what are the partnership, what are we having the partnership with, and also we are going to see the about safety culture. And the final, we are going to look at the careers, memberships, without forgetting how about the registration and the future opportunities. Next slide. Well, and let's see now the overview of nuclear science and technology. So as we can have the Okay, thank you. Yes, let's see now the overview of nuclear science and technology. Just briefly, I will not go in deeply in this part, but just briefly to understand the nuclear science and the technology. Shortly, I can say nuclear science, it involves the atom. Yeah. Then we can go with what we call, yes, it can go with say what radiation measurement and whatever. But as we see this diagram, say like there is something like rotating outside, and at the center there is something like two particles. I mean, the neutron, and you will see also there is a proton. So what I wanted to say about this, anything that you know, it's made up with atom. Just by remember from the primary to secondary, most of us we heard about matter. So it matter is anything that occupies the space. Okay, what now makes matter? So atom is it's a source of everything. Even for the one who studied biology, they say there is a cell. Now, that cell now, that we can say you cannot see even by using your naked eyes, the cell. So even the cell, now also it is made up with atom, imagine. And that atom also, it's also made up with the small subatomic particles. Now that is what we call this proton, neutron, and the electrons. So this is the core or it's the fundamental of nuclear science and technology. So in this case, as we said, in this field, we cannot go through without having people who are well trained. So we need people who are trained. In this field, you cannot work without having the reliable equipment. So we need the reliable equipment to work with, so as you can work well in this field. Also, we need regulation, and also we need the understanding. So when the public is well understanding, or there is a clear information to the public, so in this way now, we can go through the use of nuclear technology. What I can remind you, nuclear technology is like other technologies. When you use safely, it's okay. You're going to get the benefit. When you use in a bad way, you cannot get the benefit. So it's like other technologies. Thank you. Can we go to another slide? Well, now from this slide, you'll see there is just to indicate or to demonstrate the process, beginning with atom, as we said before. We'll see here the process, as I said, begin with the atom, which can then produce energy, then signal, or what kind of, we can say, tracer. Then, when you see here, there is a radiation. Radiation can then be measured or directed safely, you can say. Also, when we see here, there is a detector that is the one that is responsible for detecting the radiation or taking the signals from the radiation. So it converts those signals to the useful information. So that is the work of the detector. So at the end of the day, it helps us to make now the decisions when this, this kind of radiation can give us the benefit or not. For example, you'll see here in nuclear medicine. In nuclear medicine, we'll see it helps to diagnose the disease. You can see it can help to treat the cancers. So these are just kind of benefits that we are getting through atom. Also, we'll see on environmental monitoring. This can help to track contaminations or water movements. This is very, very useful. We can see people want to see the water movement move from one place to another, or where the water is located underground. You can use the atom or nuclear technology to detect and see where are they. Next slide. Well, now in order to understand now the nuclear technology and see now in a practical way. Now, where is the use of what is the peaceful use of this kind of nuclear science and technology? What I can say, like nuclear science has many peaceful applications beyond the power generation. This is what I can say. What I said before. This is nuclear science has many peaceful applications that we can say it is beyond the power generation. So let's see now one after another. Let's start with the health sector. You'll see in health sector, this one, it is support medical imaging. It means it can enable to do the diagnosis and find out which kind of disease the patient has. Also, it can be used to cancer treatments. You can use this for nuclear medicine. In nuclear medicine, also used for diagnosis and treatments. So when you go to agriculture, also you see this one, it's very helpful to crop improvements. Here you see like for biologists, they say like plant breeding and mutations. In this technology, you can use this just to improve the crops by making the crops maybe can sustain the high adaptation to the area that it is need to be more adapted. For example, I can give just a small example, like maybe you have one of the crops that is, it can grow well to the area that is too hot, maybe at Morogoro, but the same crop maybe in Iringa is not growing well. So what they can do, they use this technique of nuclear technology, then they can improve the ability of that crop to adapt the other kind of climate that cannot be able to adapt. So this is one of the application. And in Tanzania, we have succeeded. We have used this technology to do the mutations. There's one of the crops that we use the rice. There's the rice that we improved. And nowadays we are continuing using this kind of rice, and the people are enjoying. But what is the result? It's because of this kind of nuclear technology. Also, you can see this also it is in pest control. Use this in agriculture, just to control the pest, killing the pests which are more damage to the crop, to our crops. You can use this. Also, you can use this in what we call soil studies. You can study the soils, maybe from you want maybe to know the quality of the soil from somewhere. So as you can grow which kind of product. So now, before you take this, you start maybe to plant your crops over there. You can start the soil by using the nuclear technique. You can check the elemental compositions. So at the end of the day, you can decide, this area, it's more suitable for this kind of crops. Then you can crop over there. So we'll see this kind of technology is very widely used, and it is very important to our daily life, as they say. So we can see, what I can say also, you can use this in food irrigation, and most of us, we are using the product maybe irrigated, but you're not knowing. But for this case, increasing the shelf life of the product. You have the tomato, you just irradiate it, then instead of being spoiled after 2 days or 3 days, now you can stay even 1 month without being spoiled. This is one of the application of the nuclear science and technology. Also, you'll see it also used in environmental monitoring, as well as in industry quality, for quality control, and you can see using non-destructive testing. So this technology, it's widely used. If we can say we start today to discuss about the application of nuclear science and technology, we can even spend the whole day just discussing about the application of nuclear science and technology. So it is everywhere, it is used widely. So there is no way to escape to use nuclear science and technology. And that's why we need the young people. We are the one that we need to start creating our interest in this sector, so that at the end of the day, we have to enjoy the use of science and technology as many as we can. Next slide. Well, yeah, this slide, I can say it's my interest slide, especially on the issue of public awareness and the misconceptions. This is where they can say where the people creating fears or they create their misconceptions because of the information that they have is from maybe the long place. So what I can say, there is many common misconception about nuclear science. So some people think about nuclear means bombs only. This is one of the misconceptions that many of the people, when they have nuclear, the first thing that they start thinking is about, it's nuclear, it's about nuclear bombs. But in reality, nuclear science has many peaceful applications, as I described before. You have seen it has many applications. It's not about that. And that one is, this kind of bombs is not the aim of nuclear science and technology. When you say the peaceful of nuclear science and technology, it's not about this kind of using bombs. It's not the purpose of nuclear science and technology. So when you say peaceful, we are against the use of this technology for this kind of creating bombs. So it's not on that side. So other people think all radiation is dangerous. Yeah? But radiation can be useful when it is justified, when it is controlled, as well when it is optimized. Yeah? Also, you see, like nuclear work is also not only. It's only for engineers. But in real sense, nuclear science and technology is not only for engineers. It is all for scientists. It's for all those who did history. It needs people who did chemistry. It needs lawyers. It needs for guys who did procurement. So it needs everyone. It's not only for engineers. But there's this kind of misconceptions, like people think, when nuclear is not for everyone. Nuclear is maybe for engineers only. That is misconceptions. Nuclear is not for only engineers. And wherever you are, what you have studied before, there is somewhere in nuclear, the knowledge that you have, you can use it. You just think, create the interest on nuclear, then you'll see where you can use your knowledge in nuclear sector. And that's why also there is this chapter, just to convert the knowledge that you have, now think in nuclear way, you can see the opportunity in the field that you are. So what I can say, young people can contribute now through awareness. This is the way that we can contribute, through awareness. Also, you can contribute through innovations. You can contribute through research. You can contribute through safety culture and networking. Lazima tutengeneze networking kwamba mimi hapa niko eneo fulani, huyu yuko anafanyia sehemu fulani. Kwa mwisho wa siku utajikuta tayari leo una shida ya uhitaji wa mtu fulani yuko eneo fulani, itakuwa ni rahisi kuweza kumreach na mwisho wa siku kuweza kusaidiana. Au kutokana na networking kwamba sasa hivi tupo Afrika, tupo Tanzania, lakini kupitia hii inaweza kutusaidia pia ku create network, iwe ni Afrika zaidi kwenda kwenye nchi nyingine au kwenda huko duniani ambako pia nao wanatumia hii njia, ambao wanatumia teknolojia hii ya nuclear. So it's a good platform. I think kwa pamoja tunaweza tukaifaidi kwa pamoja. Next slide. Yes. Yeah. Now, what are the strategic importance of TYGN? Just briefly, I can say TYGN can respond to national needs. That's where we can start. We start from national need, just to promote the safe use of nuclear science and technology. Aim is to encourage youth involvement. That's why we have this chapter. And also, without forgetting to support the awareness. Support the awareness, also providing the educations from the people who don't have the knowledge about this kind of nuclear science and technology. Also, we believe that giving young people an opportunity to build a national forum for networking, knowledge sharing, as well as we can say professional development. This is one of the key issues that this chapter will involve with. Also, through TYGN, we believe youth can prepare themselves for future roles in nuclear and radiation-related field. So this one is our strategic as the TYGN. Next slide. Well, in this slide, we'll see like what is the TYGN identity and the mandate, or in general, you can say what is the TYGN profile. Generally, you can say TYGN, it means Tanzanian Young Generation in Nuclear. That is TYGN. This one, it is a youth-focused society that promotes nuclear technology applications, and is the one that... Sorry. All right. Yeah, it's the one also that provides radiation protection awareness. So what I can say, its core purpose is to create meaningful youth participations. Also, to strengthen public understanding, also to support career interest, also to provide a national platform for young people interested in nuclear science and technology. These are the things that I can say as a purpose or core purpose of this TYGN. Mwisho wa siku tupate vijana ambao kwa pamoja sasa hii forum iweze kukutanisha, mwisho wa siku tuwe na mawazo ambayo yanafanana, mwisho wa siku pia tu create ile interest ya pamoja kwamba sasa hii ni nuclear, okay, ile interest ya kuweza kuengage kwa nuclear science and technology kwa pamoja, ndipo tunaweza tukaenda katika mstari ambao unafanana. So these are just a few calls of TYGN, or what I can say is a TYGN profile. Next slide. Yes, so what is the visions and what is the missions of Tanzanian Young Generations? I can say our vision is first is to provide, to become a leading society that promotes youth participation in different nuclear technology, especially in this Tanzania. So we start in Tanzania. So this is our vision, just to become a leading society that promotes youth participations in different nuclear technology application in Tanzania. Also, when you go to the side of missions, our missions is just to support young people through networking, public information programs, radiation protection awareness, and without forgetting career development. So in simple terms, you can say TYGN aim to connect, aim to educate, aim to mentor, as well as aim to empower Tanzanian youth in this field of nuclear science and technology. Next slide. Yes. So now what are the cause of TYGN objectives? Nini malengo sasa ya TYGN kama TYGN? Malengo ni mengi, lakini these are just as a few among of the TYGN's objectives. TYGN, we can say, having several main objectives. So we want to demystify nuclear science. That is the first objective, to demystify or to promote the nuclear science and technology. Also to mobilize youth through workshop and mentorship. We believe through this, people will create interest in nuclear. Also to communicate the benefit of nuclear applications, making people understanding the nuclear or getting the clear information about the nuclear science and technology. Also to develop skills through education and research, without forgetting to build the partnership and support inclusions. Also to ensure there is a gender equality. Also there is policy, and without forgetting the regulatory awareness. So this is our objective, to ensure that people having understanding of these things. When we understand this, we believe that we are going to reach far. Next slide. Well, and what is the rationale for TYGN? TYGN is important. Why? Because Tanzania need better public understanding, especially in this sector of nuclear science and technology. So we believe stronger youth capacity, positive safety culture, clear career pathways, and the contribution to the national development, it will be made through this TYGN. Also, if we can say TYGN can make nuclear knowledge more visible, more relatable, and more credible among the students. We can go to the professionals, without forgetting the general, public as general. Next slide. Yeah, and this slide explains about the TYGN status. Where is our current TYGN status? Shortly or briefly, I can say TYGN has already made progress, especially developing in its constitutions. So we already having the constitutions and the organization structure. So there is another thing that we can say, awareness activities, like today, we started this kind of awareness through this webinar. Also, outreach have begun, going to the schools, college, hospital. Hello, ninasikika. Nashukuru. Yes. What I can say, we already done this kind of awareness. How we went to the schools, college, and we are still doing this through the webinar like today that we are doing, and we are expecting to have more webinars series after this. So this is one of the progress. Another thing that we can say is in issue of partnership. We already connected with TYG, Tanzanian Atomic Energy Commissions. Now we have the good partnership with. Also, we have a good partnership with the African Young Generation in Nuclear, AYGN, now in regional sites. We have also a good connection with. Also in worldwide, we also have a very good connection with IYNC, that is International Young Generation Nuclear Congress. Also, we have made many partnerships, especially in this kind of mentors and institutions like in universities. So we are still going. So what is our next step? Next step is to finalize the formal registrations, also to make sure there is a membership growth, also to ensure also there is a regular webinar sales. So especially for this kind of registration, formal registration, we thank God now we are about to finalize. Yeah. So what we believe stronger partnership and the development of active chapters is the one of the things that will make us to move forward as young as general. So we need you guys to collaborate, to proceed together, so to ensure that we are reaching far, especially in this sector of nuclear science and technology. Next slide. Yeah, and this one is just a TYGN in wider nuclear youth movement. What I can say, TYGN is not working alone. So it is connect Tanzanian youth with African Young Generation Nuclear, that can say AYGN. Also, it connects with the International Youth Nuclear Congress, that is for worldwide field. So through this network, we believe like young people can access this kind of training, mentorship, conference, knowledge exchange maybe, as well as international opportunities, which is supported by organization. You see here like AIA, that's it. We believe through this will make people having more understanding about the nuclear science and technology. Next slide. So what is safety culture? Safety culture, this one as a foundation of trust. Without having the safety culture, people cannot trust the nuclear science, because every day you see the negative impact of a nuclear other than benefits. But if you use safely and you are always seeing the benefit, now that is a way of creating trust to the people. So what I can say, nuclear technology can bring benefit only when it is used safely. That is the fundamental of safety culture. When you use safety, when and everyone is responsible to ensure that the nuclear is used safely, this one, at the end of the day, we are going to get the benefit. So to ensure that everything going well, especially in nuclear science and technology, so there's such kind of principles that we are obviously using in nuclear. That's why obviously seeing the benefit rather than the negative impact from nuclear. The first principle that we are obeying is notifications, which means radiation should be used only when the benefit is clear. Otherwise, there's no need to use this kind of technology. When the benefit is clear, now you can use this technology. And now you can say this is justified. The second you can say it's optimizations. This means exposure should be kept as low as reasonably achievable. So you are working to the radiation sources, so you don't need to be overexposed. You have to ensure that you are not exposed unnecessarily. So you have to keep the dose as low as reasonably achievable. The dose limit, this one is to protect workers and public. And all in all, we need the harnessed communications. Harnessed communications, this one we can help to make people understand both benefit and the risk, which is in this field of nuclear science and technology. Rather than understanding only the risky risk, you can only understand there is benefit Also, there is a risk, especially when you use longly. But when you use by following the principles, you're going to get the benefit at the end of the day. Next slide. Well, so now we can ask, what are the career opportunities? We are talking about nuclear. So now, what is the career opportunities in this field? Simply, I can say, nuclear career is multidisciplinary. It's not like it needs only one. As I said before, it's not about engineers. No, this field is multidisciplinary. In health, you'll see like there are a lot of roles for the radiographers. We need radiographers. We need medical physicists. We need people who are working like nuclear medicine staffs. We need radiation oncologists. You see, just in this field of health, you will see we need a lot of people to specialize and work in this field. When you go to the regulation, in the regulation itself, you will see there is a protection officers, there is the inspectors, there is those metrics, specialists, regulators. A lot of people also are needed here, just in this field. So you will see other opportunities exist in this field, like research, education, industry, mining, agriculture, environment, security, safeguard. There is various fields that having the opportunities for us to use it. As I said before, when we can start discussing where we can use this, where this nuclear science and technologies is applicable. We can even spend the whole day. This is direct proportion on where the career opportunities are. So when we create the opportunity, we create the interest in this field. That's why I say on what the knowledge that you have, on what the field that you have. Also, there is an opportunities to work with the nuclear science and technology field. So just keep in mind in that case. Don't think like, I studied Kiswahili. So in nuclear field, no. Nuclear field is not my side. No. There is somewhere that it will need you, even if you studied Swahili as your course. Next slide. Yes, and I wanted also to inform you about the membership journey from registration up to the impact. What I can say, the journey in TYGN begin with registration. We needed to register, but registration is not the one step that we just finished. No, so after that we need people to learn. So people should learn through what? Through sessions, through training. Then at the end of the day, we have to connect with peers and the mentors. This one also will work well to us. Also, at the end of the day, we need volunteers. Volunteers in activities. In this case, what I can say, we need you at the end of the day. TYGN is not for president, it's not for vice president, it's not for secretary, no, it's all of us. So sometimes there is a need, we'll need you to work together. So sometimes we need some guys maybe to volunteer to do something. We as leaders, you cannot do alone and accomplish everything. So sometimes we need you to make sure that everything's going well. So we have to volunteer, especially when there's something that needs us. So once again, we encourage everyone to register, also to attend, to ask. If there's any question, also to invite others, volunteers. So please, you are most welcome to this field. Next slide. Yes. And what now are the benefit of TYGN membership? At the end of the day, what simply I can say on this slide, TYGN membership offers mentorship, career guidance. We offer also training opportunities. There is a lot of scholarship that we'll share with you. There is a conference that we'll do through this TYGN. Also the competitions and professional networking. Also, we believe members can gain knowledge on nuclear science, can gain knowledge on safety culture, can gain knowledge on how this kind of nuclear application has benefit on us. So we believe on that. So what I can say, you as member, you also having the opportunity to participate on outreach, project, presentation, and a lot of things there to share we as TYGN. Next slide. Well, by saying this, I would like to say thank you very much for joining the first webinar. What we believe that youth have an important role in promoting nuclear knowledge. As I said, I believe for us, we can work together, we can do the innovation things. We are the youth who can provide the public understanding the nuclear science and technology. So now they can get a clear information. That is all about. And at the end, I can say I would like to welcome any question, comment, ideas. But before all of this, I have to take the opportunity to say, Ms. Moderator, I've done for my presentation. Maybe there's anything.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kinemelo, for a detailed and wonderful presentation on the introduction of TYGN. And thank you so much for emphasizing that this mission, this is our opportunity, we have to grab it. Tusije tukasema kwamba kwa sababu mimi ninafanya uandishi wa habari, so I'm not fit kwenye nuclear field, au kwa sababu mimi ninafanya business administration si fit kwenye, au nafanya law. So thank you very much, Mr. Kinemelo, for that insightful talk. So before we go to the Q&A session, I would like to welcome Mr. Mramba for the to take us through the steps on how we can register if we're interested to being a member of TYGN. So Mr. Mlamba Kilavo Morea is a dedicated Tanzanian researcher, scientist, and young professional holding a bachelor degree of science in food science and technology from Sokoine University of Agriculture, where he graduated with outstanding academic performance. His educational background has provided a strong foundation in laboratory science, quality assurance, environmental monitoring, and research methodology. His research focused on food monitoring, environmental radioactivity, radionuclide analysis, and the application of science and technology in environmental protection and safety. He's mostly working with hyper-pure germanium, gamma spect, and sodium iodide detector as an analytical tool for environmental sample analysis. At the moment, he's conducting a research on natural radioactivity in underground water in Manyoni district, central Tanzania, an area known for its geological potential for uranium deposits. His research contributes to environmental protection, public health, and advancement of scientific knowledge in Tanzania. Mr. Morea is currently working at the Tanzania Atomic Energy Commission, serving as a research assistant. Prior to joining TYG, he served in various positions, including quality assurance and quality control manager, sales coordinator, and laboratory intern in both public and private institutions. These roles enabled him to develop strong leadership, communication, analytical, and problem-solving skills. Throughout his professional journey, Mr. Morea has accumulated extensive experience in laboratory operation, quality management system, and scientific research. In addition to his research responsibilities, Mr. Morea serves as a laboratory supervisor and is a member of accreditation team working toward international accreditation of the Gamma Spectrometry Laboratory through the Southern African Development Community Accreditation Service. His contribution demonstrated a strong commitment to quality, excellence, and continual improvement in scientific laboratory services. Mr. Morea has further enhanced his professional expertise through participation in several national and international training programs organized by institutions such as International Atomic Energy Commission Agency and the Nuclear Institute for Science and Technology. These trainings has focused on radiation technology applications, nuclear security, radioactive material management, and laboratory best practice. Known for his dedication, professionalism, integrity, and passion for service, Mr. Morea continued to contribute significantly to scientific development, environmental stewardship, and capacity building within Tanzania. His commitment to learning, leadership, and community engagement make him an inspiring role model to fellow young professionals and members of TYGN. Surely, TYGN is honored to recognize and celebrate the achievements and contribution of Mr. Morea as their Vice President, whose work demonstrates excellency, innovation, and service to the society. With that so said, Mr. Morea, the floor is yours. Please welcome.
Thank you very much, Moderator Miss Penina Mbago. I don't know if I'm audible. Can you hear me, please? Okay, leaders and fellow members, good evening. As the moderator has just introduced me, my name is Mramba Kilavo Morea, and I am the Vice President of Tanzania Young Generation in nuclear, and professionally I work at Tanzania Atomic Energy Commission as a researcher. Well, before I begin, I would like to apologize in advance as I'm currently recovering from a cough, so you might hear me coughing occasionally during this presentation. So guys, bear with me. First, I would like to thank our president, Mr. Alois Kinemelo, for the excellent presentation and for highlighting the vision and direction of Tanzania Young Generation in nuclear chapter. Well, as the vice president, my role here is to guide members through the process of registering on the TYGN platform and explain why registration is important for every member. Guys, however, before I begin the presentation on how to register through the TYGN, allow me to share a brief story about a personal journey toward working in nuclear field. As you can see from the introduction, I have a bachelor degree of food science and technology. So my professional background is not based in nuclear science and technology. So you can see, as a graduate from Sokoine University of Agriculture, I didn't have any idea about nuclear science and technology. At first, I just saw an advertise for working for a job advert. Mr. Kinemelo, can you please switch off your microphone? Yes. I was saying, at first I just saw a job advert through Ajirapoto that Tanzania Atomic Energy Commission needs a researcher, and I didn't know anything about nuclear science or Tanzania Atomic Energy Commission. So I just applied, and on my way to the venue of the interview, that's when I started studying what is Tanzania Atomic Energy Commission and what is nuclear science and technology. And I thank God that I got the job. Then the hardest part was for me, how was I going to work at Tanzania Atomic Energy Commission as a food scientist? I didn't know anything about nuclear science. I can tell you guys, when I was working at Tanzania Atomic Energy Commission during my early days at TYGN, I was like a visitor. I couldn't contribute anything because I didn't know anything about nuclear science and technology. So I was out in every conversations, but I learned, I took lessons through these webinars, through networking, through different training opportunity. I got an opportunity to do a fellowship in food irradiation outside the country. So I learned a lot, and I'm still learning. So what I would like for you to take here from my story is that our first degree or our first career choice does not necessarily define our entire future. Opportunities come to those who remain curious, continuous learning, build a professional network, and are willing to step outside their comfort zone. That this is one of the reasons why platforms such as TYGN are so important. They connect young professionals, expose to us opportunities, and allow us to learn from one another, and help us to grow both professionally and personally. Well, with this brief story, let me now take you through TYGN platform registration and show you how you can become an active member of our growing network. The moderator, please give us the next slide. Well, why do you need to join TYGN? Mr. President has said a lot of things about TYGN and why you should join it, but I would like to highlight just few. The first thing I would like to speak about is about networking. TYGN platform provides networking opportunity with your fellows who are in the nuclear field. Through TYGN, you can be connected to African Young Generation in nuclear, where you'll get to meet them a lot of people with a lot of experience in the nuclear sector, which it will help you to advance your knowledge in nuclear science and technology. But also there's a professional advancement. There's several programs which will be offered through TYGN, through also AYGN, for us to learn. But also you can actively engage in community and communicate in community projects, such as you know, Tanzania is currently working toward investing in nuclear energy power production for electricity. So this is one of the opportunity that you guys can engage in with. Next slide, please. Well, next thing I would like to talk about are the rights and the responsibilities of the members of TYGN. If you become a member of TYGN, you have the following rights. You will be allowed to vote and be voted to leadership positions. You'll have a right to express opinion, to improve TYGN, participate in meetings and activities, and receive information and implementation and records. And the responsibilities of our member is to respect the constitution and regulations. We have our constitution, which is currently undergoing registration. Support TYGN strategic objectives, show cooperation and honesty, and encourage others to join. Protect the dignity and the property of the society. Next slide, please. So guys, how are we going to register through to TYGN? We have a link tree. This link tree, when you open it, you can find in it a registration form for TYGN, and also you can find a registration form for AYGN. Please, next slide. Next slide, please. So, guys, when you open our link tree, it will be like the one which is appearing there in my slides. You will see our logo for TYGN and the national flag. Then you have to fill out the TYGN registration form. The registration form has just been expanded on the right side. You will see there, you'll be required to fill some information. Please fill them out. And then below, after filling this registration form, please don't forget to follow us on our social medias. We are on all social medias. We are on YouTube, we are on WhatsApp, we are on X, on Instagram. Please also go and follow all those social medias so as to get more informations. I would also like to take for you guys to take note on our registration link. You will find a link for AYGN. This is very important because there's a lot of opportunities that are being shared in AYGN, like leadership opportunities. And in Tanzania, in AYGN, we have a treasurer general who is working as a treasurer general in AYGN. So please, once you register on TYGN, go also and register in AYGN so that we can have a lot of members present in AYGN. There's also some social medias for AYGN. Kindly please join all of them. Next slide, please. Well, we also have various ways which you can communicate with the leaders of TYGN. The president can be found on email through president.tygn@gmail.com. Myself, the vice president, my email is vp.tygn@gmail.com. The secretary general email is sg.tygn@gmail.com. And we have an email for the chairperson of TYGN board, which is chairperson.tygn@gmail.com. But we also have an email for general information. Just write anything. It is info@tygn@gmail.com. So guys, if you need anything, don't shy out, communicate to us. Maybe you need a webinar training specific, maybe to your school or to your university, maybe to your workplace. Please communicate to us. We can prepare a special webinar, which is special for you. Maybe you need something, you need a guidance, you have seen an opportunity maybe for a scholarship you want to apply. Please communicate to us. We are your fellow young professionals. There's no big people here. We are all under the age of 40. So we are communicable. Guys, next slide, please. Well, I can't see the slide. Yes, the moderator, please put the slide where you can show our members, our team members. Yes, that one. Yes, and if guys you're wondering who is this guy who's talking to you, the vice president is on the left side of your screen with a very nice suit there, and at the middle there is our president, Mr. Alois Kinemelo, who is currently in Korea. And on the right, you can see our Secretary General, Engineer George Herbert Zinga. So this is a part of our team. We have a board member which has more people, but we could not put all of them on this screen. Thank you so much. And I think I've finished. Thank you so much. The moderator, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Mr. Layman in nuclear science. Man from food science into nuclear science. Thank you for that moving motivation. So it is really motivating to other fellows that think they cannot join nuclear science because they have no background in nuclear sciences. So thank you so much, and thank you for taking us through the registration. And thank you for reminding us there is no right without responsibilities. So whenever you plan to join as a member of TYGN, you must know your right and you must know your responsibilities too, because there is no right without responsibility. So now it is time for Q&A. So you can either raise up your hand, you'll be given a chance to ask, or you use the chat box. If you have any concern, please, you're warmly welcome. Yes, good listen, welcome. Good listen, you're welcome. Please unmute your mic and ask your question.
Okay, good evening to all members. It's not just a question, it's just a reminder. And thank you for the presentation through Mr. President and his vice, Mr. Kilabo. My just contribution in it, since the president insists on the participation and the getting network through ourselves, I think we have almost 35 participants for this webinar. Could through your hosting, madam, can you get even everyone can get 1 minute for introduction? At least everybody could know who is everybody to this meeting in order to make some connection, because you're already starting this this move. Thank you.
Thank you for your suggestion, and I thought this will be. We were thinking of doing it in the near to the end, so this will be done surely. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, Mr. Meshaki Kivumbi, unmute your mic and ask.
Yes, good evening for all of you. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, my question. First of all, I'm appreciating for this webinar and the whole who organized this. But I have a question to ask that what is going to be
Sorry, if you get a chance to ask a question, make sure you introduce yourself and yeah, like that.
Okay, thank you. My name is Meshaki Sauli Kivumbi. I'm bachelor degree on applied nuclear science, Mbeya University of Science and Technology. I have a question to ask that what is going to be the first starting point of this TYGN, considering the historical background of nuclear and the people thinking about it. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be taking 3 questions, then I'll give a chance for the speakers to respond, and then I'll go for the other round.
Okay,
Welcome, another. Shadow, welcome. Mr. Shadow. Please unmute your mic and ask your question. Oh, it seems Mr. Shadow is nowhere to be found. Another, please, who has a concern? Before I give the chance to the... Oh, so if your mic is blocked, maybe you can use the chat box and we will ask it for you. Please, another one. So while you're still thinking on what to ask, I would like to welcome the speakers to respond on the question from Kivumbi. Please, presenters, welcome for the response. Mramba or Kinemelo, are you there?
Sorry, I couldn't hear the question. Can you please repeat for us?
Also, like, is asking what will be the first starting point on this movement, considering the cultural, the historical background and the nuclear itself as it is. So what is your... I think it is like that.
Oh, that's very nice question. A very good question. The first thing is to give out education to the community, and this is the main goal of TYGN, to educate the public. And this webinar is one of the step we are taking to provide education to our community. We have also also giving education to secondary schools. We have been visiting some universities. I don't know. I know that some of universities we have not been there, but as time goes, we'll reach you. We'll reach all of you. We're also planning to start some of nuclear clubs, which will be more engagement between young or students from the primary schools, secondary school, universities. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Abdul, please welcome for a question.
Yes, yes, yes. Hello. Thank
Hello.
you for the presentation. I think everything is going well. I want to ask you something about the activeness of this platform. So maybe it is only online or even physically we can get the meeting. And also, I want to know if you can share the document you presented today, so as we can check and to know in the good way. Thank you.
Thank you. The question has been taken. Another one with a question. Meshek, do you want to ask again? Do you have another question? Because you're still raising your hand.
No, I was just having some advice contribution.
Okay.
That when starting this program, the organizer should prepare or create a good. I still observing that there is a good way, but there must be a most observable and a good way on which people can join through visiting us in some universities. Still is going on, but it should be done in such a way that all people should be involved. And lastly, education is most important. We should be allowed. It should be allowed and be conducted such that Tanzanians should understand, considering that most people are fearing the nuclear technology, and they are still thinking on negatively of it. Thank you.
Thank you for the advice. It has been taken. And if there are more clarification, the speakers will clarify on your advice later on. Another.
Sorry, madam, I ask for permission. I want to leave. Sorry for one.
Okay. Go ahead, Abdul. Okay. So, speakers, can you please respond to the question of Mr. Abdul, even though maybe he's gone, but can you respond in benefit of others and respond on the advice of Mr. Meshek that he given out if you are taking it or you're not considering it? Can you please welcome? Mr. Mramba and Kinemelo. Mr. Mramba and Kinemelo.
Well, I think, Mr. Moderator, you must choose only one of us, because if you call us up, the two of us simultaneously.
Okay, Mr. Mramba, can you respond?
Yes, I think the one who asked the question has already left the meeting.
Yeah, but for the benefit of others.
For the benefit of others, I think the question was about whether this the engagement will only be online or will have a physical meeting, right?
Yeah, it was about that.
Yes. Okay. Well, one thing the members that you should understand is that Tanzania Young Generation is not what do I put it? It's not a government institution, so it does not have any money. So meeting, we know that meeting, they cost a lot, But through our funders, maybe have physical meetings. And maybe later on, when we get more funds, we might have occasional physical meeting. But mostly will be on online engagement. Thank you.
Thank you. And for the case of Mr. Meshek, did you hear his concern?
Which concern?
Like he was advising, like this one should be made in such a way that all people are involved and should be conducted in a sense that many people benefit, or like you can go to them just like that, visit them and.
Okay, yes, we heard it very well, and we thank you very much, Mr. Meshak. As I've just said, this is it's not a government organization, so we are working on our own. So we are expecting new members to be our, how do I put it, mabalozi.
Our ambassador.
Yes, we're expecting new members to be our ambassador so that we can engage more peoples. And when we get an opportunity, we'll visit. But it's not possible for us to be able to visit a lot of members. So we expect our members who are have registered to be our ambassador so that you can get more people. You can once you are in TYGN, you are like a leader already. If you are already a member of TYGN, you are a leader already. So we expect you to be our ambassador. We expect you to bring more people. We expect you to provide education. What you get it from TYGN, please go and tell others. That's how we can be able to get more collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mramba, for that response. And so another person was asking if you can share the PPT to the member, the slides that you used during this presentation. Is it okay? Mr. Kinemelo, are you there? He's gone. Mr. Mramba.
Yes, it's possible we can share the material, but also the moderator, the one which is moderating the whole thing, I think he has recorded the webinar and he is going to put it in YouTube, in our YouTube channel. So if you have other people you want them to hear this, or there's something that you didn't get it, you can go and revisit it. Thank you.
Mr. Mramba, before going they're asking if the registration is free now. Do we expect there'll be some payments later?
I saw that question. I put it's free now so that I leave a room. Maybe the leadership and the members later on, they might feel that we need to contribute to TYGN. Then we can decide whether we contribute. But currently, we have decided that now is free. So in the future, it's for us to decide, for members to decide. The constitution cannot be changed maybe until members decide. So let's see. Maybe in the future we can have some fees so that some things can go on. Or we can be able to reach more people. We can be able to do more things. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Mramba. So now, I would like to welcome God Reason. If you have anything to ask, please welcome.
Okay, thank you, Madam Moderator. Just addition on the certain question was answered by Vice President Mr. Clavo on how we can reach other members and other young which are more interested in nuclear issues. Maybe we can't able to reach everybody physically through maybe in the university and school, but through this presentation, online presentation, we can make maybe once a month. We can make a presentation, and we can get some knowledge through certain issues. I think it will be also helpful for when we are keeping going to make, because reaching everybody physically, you need more funding and money and other things. But through online, I think we can make more things easier and to make this education, this awareness to go more faster than we can do in more the physical appearance on the certain sites. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that suggestion. So, like, Mr. Mramba, can you respond on whether this webinar can be taking place like monthly, or can you just like share to us what is your plan for the upcoming webinars?
Miss Moderator, I think you are the chairperson for training committee. Can you please help me with that one? I think you are the one which has prepared the list of webinars we are going to have. Can you please share it?
Oh, at the moment I forgot. Okay, so yes, for that I can respond like we cannot do monthly wise, but we are doing quarterly. After 3 months, we do one webinar. So like here, we have done this. So after 3 months, again, we'll share to you the link, guys, for the other webinar series. So it is there. Yes, I agree. We cannot reach everybody physically. So by doing this, you guys, you have attended today, you can be ambassador like the VP said, you can motivate more people to join in the upcoming webinars. Yes, Mramba?
Yes, I wanted also to add on the issue of webinars. We also have series of webinars that will be shared to you on our WhatsApp group and our social medias that are from TYGN. So we encourage you guys also to join those webinars. There's a lot of people with a lot of experience. They are conducting webinars that are very beneficial. And there's we'll be sharing them as part of our webinars. So please join them.
Thank you for that. I will allow one question. For the benefit of time, I will allow one question if there is any. And if not, so I would like to welcome everybody to introduce themselves, just in brief, who you are, what you're doing, and where are you based. So welcome.